Hey, Sandy.
What's up, Carlos?
What are we doing?
Recording season 3 of Off Your Flosser podcast.
Already? What do we want the people to do?
Find us. YouTube, Apple Podcast, we're everywhere. Like, follow, subscribe.
And go floss yourselves.
And go floss yourselves.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I'm running on the hottest lightning type Wi-Fi available to the human race.
Give me some of that.
Bro, this is ridiculous. I don't know how I lived before.
I don't know.
Well, where we lived before in is that coffee?
Eh?
The Office?
Yes. And look, sorry, I just have to show it off because normally I have like my pink cup, but
Yeah.
false chilies. But look at this. Who's Eichel Scott? You know where it came from? Guess where this was made just based on that. Guess where it was made?
China?
Yes. Do they not have The Office in China?
I've been the risk. I know this is going to sound a little racist, right? But it's not. These guys are master mimickers and copiers of American technology.
Fast. Like
you know I have a knife collection, right?
Yes.
Okay, there's a knife show. It didn't happen this year because of damn COVID, called Blade International Knife and Cutlery Fair.
Fancy.
Russian, Israeli, African, Middle Eastern, everybody. If you make something with an edge on it, it's at this place, right?
Ooh, yeah.
And you'll see guys come out like, certain brands, I'm not going to name names, and you see dudes with high-powered cameras just going through taking pictures of stuff. And I'm like, how is this even legal? I don't see a magazine. I don't see, Knife and Woods magazine, thing around your neck. But it's not my knife and my design, so I don't really care. But they're gonna make a knockoff version of it for not $450. You get ours for $73. You know what I mean?
It's crazy because
it won't hold an edge, but you can get it.
Apple, it's the same way. Like, seriously, the day that Apple AirPods came out, China made the Gapple Bear Pods the next day.
That's so stupid. Hey, I gotta show you my coffee cup, right?
Okay.
All right. Just black, right? Nondescript.
Very.
There's a company on the other side. I got this from a coworker a couple years ago.
Okay.
Right? Sweet girl, but she comes up to me in the parking lot. She goes, "Hey, do you want a cup?" And I go,
Like cup.
Yeah.
What?
I guess. A cup of what, right? She's like, "No, my husband gets these at his thing, the promotional items." I'm like, "Oh, well, yeah." She goes, "It's like a Yeti cup." And I'm like, "Well, double hell yeah,
Yeah.
Bro, I love this thing. But it's not the cup. It's what's in the cup.
What's in the cup?
I feel like the biggest hypocrite, and I just want to apologize, first off, to our listeners, but more importantly, to you, Sandy, because for years, I've been busting your chops about the Keurig K-Cups. And that's not what's in there because I wouldn't drink that trash.
Okay.
But what I did, but I have been praising the French press.
Yes.
Okay.
You made me get one.
Okay. I still think it's a fantastic way of making coffee, but it has several steps to it, right?
Several.
So I'm trying to streamline my morning routine, but I still want a banging cup of coffee, right?
Okay.
I don't want to flush coffee grinds down into the thing because we have a septic system, okay?
Right. Into the garbage disposal thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's going to ruin it, but I don't know. You know what I mean? It doesn't sound like something that breaks down.
Oh, maybe not.
There's something called the pour over. Not the pour under, which is a different technique. This is a pour over.
It's like your coffee's up here and you pour it under, so it's just water.
Yeah. I feel like a mad scientist making coffee. If I can describe this, I got a beaker, right? It looks like a beaker.
Okay.
It has like a plastic funnel thing, And inside is a separate assembly that looks like the shape of that funnel with filter-like meshy material.
Yes.
But I took it yet another step. I put one of those brown paper filters in there.
Yeah.
Right? So I put my coffee in it, and you literally pour hot boiling water over the grinds, and it drips down through the thing. And this is the first sip.
And?
I'll tell you right here. I don't like it. Actually,
all that buildup for. I don't like it.
Actually, the coffee's not bad, but my wife made me try some creamer with peppermint something bullshit in it, and I think that's what hit me first was the peppermint, which is not supposed to be in coffee, son. It's either you're sick and you take a dose of NyQuil or you drink coffee. You don't blend the two. You know, peppermint coffee.
I like it.
That
I use coconut milk. I don't use creamer anymore because it's dairy, which I've been cheating a lot, so I might as well just use dairy again.
I'm gonna. We read the instructions on this thing, and it said non-dairy, and I'm like, what the hell is it?
What?
Yeah, it's non-dairy creamer.
The peppermint stuff?
Yeah.
Send me a picture. I'll try it.
All right.
Oh, so let's say this is episode 109. 109. And welcome. This is Off Your Flosser podcast.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we almost forgot that you guys that this was a thing.
We were just chilling like a villain.
Yeah. All right. So, I don't know. I'm still on the fence, but I still taste the peppermint. And I'm like, how strong is this damn peppermint? What is that?
What do you think it is?
It looks like a giant grape.
It is a giant grape. Look at this mofo.
That's either a midget. Well, that's weird. That's either like a baby plum or a giant grape. But I didn't see you spit out a pit.
They're seedless. Aldi's are Aldi, the best place in the world. These grapes are huge.
Get 3 of those as a meal.
I know. I had like 4 for lunch yesterday.
Dude, what kind of grapes are those? Those look amazing.
They're green grapes, black grapes, and red grapes.
Those are from the damn where King Kong is from, son. Those are from Skull Island because those aren't regular grapes.
I think somebody climbed some like beanstalk or something and said, "Oh, there's grapes up here," and brought them back down. I think that's what happened. And this is also why people should be watching the video because you'll never know how big that grape was.
No.
Sorry.
No, seriously. I was like, what is that? It looks like a grape, but it looks like a damn golf ball.
Avocado. No. Anyway.
Almost looks like a mini eggplant. And I'm like, no, that sounds gross. Why would you eat that? Okay. Yeah, those are some big ass grapes, dude.
Look how I can't.
Mess around and choke on the thing, and then we'll see you die on the podcast. You can't even call out for John. I don't even have his number, so it's a wrap 911. For you, son. That's it. Unbelievable.
Sorry, I think I sidetracked us, but episode 109.
Okay.
You guys need to find the video on YouTube because, like I said, you're missing so much of this. So much of this.
So much of this beauty.
So, I'm going to send you a picture of my French press.
Okay.
So originally, I went on Amazon, and I bought a French press. It was like $20. It was like double walled stainless steel. It was, a pretty nice one, but I didn't want to invest a ton of money until I knew that I was going to continue this way. So then I also ordered an electric kettle. You can put the picture up. It's amazing. I love this kettle because John had this old busted up coffee maker that took like 4 days to make a full pot, and he makes tea. He makes tea in it. So now the electric kettle, we got this, the old Tupperware pitcher with the little thing that you go, whoo,
Yeah.
like that. Huge. So that's what he puts tea in. He drinks tea constantly. So this thing, 2 electric kettle things into that, boom, he's got tea within 10 minutes. It's amazing. I think I'm going to invest in a better French press. Because, like,
You're liking it?
I don't feel like it. I mean, I feel like it does make coffee a little bit different, like the taste and stuff. And I don't mind it because what I do is I put the electric kettle on, I feed the dogs, come back, pour it in over the grounds, and then I go take a quick shower, come back, press it down, and boom, coffee is made.
Oh, that sounds delicious, dude.
So
That's
it's not.
probably a nice long time for it to steep too.
It does. I take very quick showers, 6-7 minutes, boom, done. So. Anyway, so I think now's the time. It doesn't seal right. The plastic is all janky. It's plastic and glass versus this very fancy stainless steel one that I had. So I think I'm going to invest in a better French press. But the electric kettle, whoo,
Bro,
hands down,
I
changed my life.
You're the one that turned me on to that thing. I talked about it for weeks, right, at the house, maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I ordered it. I've been dying to get to the new place so I can try. And I did the whole system when I texted you this morning. And so I'm geeked up, dude. I like it.
It's like hot boiling water within like 2 minutes, if that. It's amazing, and it has auto shut off,
Yes.
so you can't forget about it.
You got that blue light on it that lights up, dude. I think we got the same one. But I threw the box away. I didn't get my free gift. I'm such an idiot.
Yeah, that was dumb. Sorry.
Because they did have it was like an electric little thing that you stick in your cup, like say like if you're gonna mix protein powder or something like that.
Oh yeah, like a shaker thing,
a mixer thing.
blender.
I don't know what you call it, a little
yeah.
pocket blender. That sounds horrible.
Yeah,
pocket blender.
I got one for my mom a couple years ago because that's what she wanted. But yeah. So yeah, you threw your box away?
Yeah, because we were moving, dude, and we just had tons of stuff, man. I'm a little. We don't know how to pack, man.
What'd you say?
We don't know how to pack.
Oh
and
yeah,
I have to call a guy with like a dump truck or something to just pick up boxes and just like, I cleaned out a hallway closet full of linen. All right.
Yeah.
We just threw it like in a giant garbage bag, and it had to weigh, honest to God, between all the beds and bedding and like old like crib stuff. And I'm like, what are we doing? Why do we have all this stuff?
Yeah.
And so my wife threw away a ton of that stuff yesterday. So I'm like, you mean
why'd you move all that?
all this? We just didn't go through it. We just packed literally everything and just. But we made. We had to call a guy, the garbage people, to come out and make a special trip, twice, to pick up a whole sidewalk full of stuff, like old bookcases that just probably weren't as stable, and just stuff that you're like, man, why do I even have this anymore? I thought we threw this away, and stuff that's in the garage, like in the back of the garage,
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so purge, people, is all I got to say, because if you don't think you have that much stuff, but when you have to put your hand on everything in your house. Man, dude.
We are starting the purging process now. We're probably, let's see, November, December, January, February, March. We're probably almost 6 months out from being out of the house. So we're
not
doing
too soon to start.
Now.
Not too soon. Yeah.
And we had a yard sale and made $400
You told me.
and like all the extra stuff from the yard sale that didn't sell that we don't need. It's going to Goodwill.
Oh yeah.
Oh, get out of here. I don't want you. So this also leads into what we did last night, John and I. So we're going to build this little shop house. It's just a for now type of thing. And then later on, we're going to build an actual house and put nice things in it and stuff. So I'll get on Facebook Marketplace and I'll just look through, like, we need a bathroom vanity for this house so we can remodel a little bit. But we don't want to spend $700-800 on a vanity. So I'm like scrolling through, and then I'll send you the picture.
Okay.
This ad. And it was like It was somebody's post.
Okay.
And it looked like a brand new kitchen. And it said cabinets, stove, dishwasher, $1,100. Countertop, cabinets, those two appliances, $1,100. And I was like, is this a joke? It looked brand spanking new. So I messaged the guy and I was like, please tell me it's still there. So long story short, we went and picked them up last night. And this is like, we have 6 months before they're going to go anywhere. But I was like, I couldn't pass it up. I talked them down a little bit price wise. But
Sure.
long story short, I'll send you a picture. We got nice cabinets, came with countertop. We're going to make it work for our little interim building. But
Hell yeah, man. You build around that.
here's the thing. So we go up there. It's about 45 minutes north of us. We get there.
Still in the same state?
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea how close you are to the state lines.
So west of us is the river. So we're really close to the state line that way. But north, like, you could go hours.
Okay.
South, you could go like 3 hours.
Okay.
East, you could go 6 or 7 hours. So we're like right on the eastern. Oh crap! Never eat sour worms. Okay, so we're on the eastern side of Missouri. Like we're right
Okay.
here, and then the Missouri's like this.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so we get there, and it's a young couple, super nice. Like I could tell from messaging him back and forth, he was very nice. Of course, John had to bring a gun just in case, because I told him it was St. Louis, but it's actually not. It's like right outside this other town. He goes, "You said it was St. Louis," and I was like, "Yeah, it's a St. Louis address, but it's like near Arnold." So
Yeah, there's crazy people everywhere, dude. You can't be too careful.
That's true. And it was a really nice neighborhood. So we walk up and we're like, saying hi and, counting monies and stuff like that and checking out the cabinets and stuff. And the guy starts talking. He goes, yeah, we didn't really know what to do. We were just going to throw them in a dumpster.
Dude.
And I was like, so through the conversation, I was like, so what do you guys do for a living? Like, what do you guys do? And he goes, well, I own a trucking company and my wife's a lawyer. And I was like, that's why they were just going to throw them away. They're rich. It didn't dawn on them to try to sell these until
Right.
a buddy of theirs said, hey, put it on Marketplace. You might make a few $100.
I'll give you an
And
example.
I'm sitting
Same
like,
thing.
you must be rich, because I would put everything on Facebook. Try to sell everything.
Here's the thing. It's, that old saying, one person's, garbage is somebody else's treasure or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Garbage. That might be a little bit much, but you
Yeah.
know what I meant.
Yes.
The house we just sold,
Yeah.
the microwave above the stove, real
Yeah.
wonky, right? Never worked right.
Yeah.
And it was a foreclosure, so maybe it had been repaired or something. So we never
Yeah.
used it really, But you can't sell a house without a microwave.
Not a built-in
works.
microwave, I feel like. Like just a
Right.
tabletop, countertop, fine, whatever. You could get one at Walmart. But a built-in with like the vent and stuff that's above the stove.
I lost
Yeah,
you.
it would. You lost me?
No, I got you back. Okay.
The one above the oven that vents it out and stuff like that, that would be a downside of buying a home if it didn't have that. Oh,
gotta
and
be
side note, they had the microwave that went with this kitchen sitting on top of something in the garage. And I was like, I go, are you keeping the microwave? And he goes, oh, we thought about it, but I don't think we're just going to get a new one. And I was like, well, I only brought the amount that we talked about. He goes, oh, you can just take it.
Dude.
Those things are like $400. And
Bro.
even if it's not brand new, it's still at least worth $200. And I was just like,
and it works
that's
probably great.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
let's
like,
be honest, how often do you use a microwave? Nobody's cooking turkeys in these things. You're heating up a thing of soup, some
Yeah.
rice or something, maybe boiling water. Nothing fancy. This microwave,
yeah.
we found one on Facebook, whatever, like you were saying.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And my wife and son talked to the guy and his wife, and $65.
Yeah.
So we come over and they remodeled their kitchen, and it was one of those giant mamma jamma. You know what I'm saying? It took
yeah.
both of us to put this thing in. So anyway, I know
that's
how
what
to
that
install
is, yeah.
a microwave now. You know what I'm saying? And we're taking measurements, and I'm drawing on the wall, and I'm trying to freehand some drill points. And make a long story short, we get this sucker bolted into the wall.
Yeah.
And we used it more in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks that we were there. That the only reason we didn't use the other one because it didn't work right, you know.
Right.
So we had a little one that was on a separate table.
Right. Yeah.
And I think we gave that to one of the kids that helped us move or something. And take the table, take the microwave, take all of it. We don't want it, you know. And
you're like,
yeah, it was just
been
enough.
all my life.
But now we have one above the stove, and I use it all the time to heat stuff up. So
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep. So he just threw it in there.
The point
John,
is,
yeah.
it's you got a good deal, and you.
Oh yeah.
It's called repurposing,
Oh yeah.
and you repurpose the hell out of that thing, and
even
you're
if you're not going to try to sell it, give it to Habitat for Humanity or one of those restores, because somebody's gonna buy it, somebody's gonna need it, somebody's toilet just broke and they just need a quick toilet. They're gonna run out and grab something like that.
a new door, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, donate it, sell it, whatever. I'm just happy I got it because it's perfect for our needs. The layout's a little different, but John's gonna figure that out. I mean,
Yeah, hey, we got a spot for whatever. Why do you have a bookshelf? Why do you have a bookshelf in your kitchen? Don't worry about it.
it's for wine.
It's custom. It's not a bookshelf. Because all you would need is some wood that has those little loops on there, and you can set some bottles in it, dude.
Done.
You know?
This thing came with a wine rack that I guess the guy put above his fridge for wine glasses.
Okay.
We have a built-in wine rack in our kitchen that a buddy of John's does woodworking, and he made a wine rack out of it, and we put that on the side of the counter. So like we got the stove and then a little counter spot, and then on the side is a wine rack. So hopefully we'll be able to do the same thing because I ain't gonna stop drinking wine anytime soon. So
probably not. Hey, give me 2 seconds. I gotta plug in my iPad.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on 1 sec.
What's that a picture of back there?
Recording. All right. What are you laughing at?
Oh, nothing.
This is the charger that came with my laptop. Like 65, 80 watts, whatever it is. Dude, it'll recharge your phone in 20 minutes. That's exaggerating,
Really?
but fast. Super fast.
You and your exaggerations.
Well, it's not an exaggeration if it's not ridiculous, you know?
What's that picture behind you? That's what I was trying to figure out. On the bookshelf.
Picture.
There's something on the bookshelf.
Oh. That's a little sweet.
Oh, Big Tone. Oh, it looked like a picture.
Remember?
Little sweet. Little sweet.
Yeah. That's the pop. Come here.
Oh, you got the baby?
Well, no, my son's walking around. I guess he found a Halloween box.
Oh, Lord.
So I have glass doors to the office, and he knocks, and I look over, and he's got this kind of rubbery, and I'm like, "Oh, come here, man." He's like, "Oh, I'm not going in there."
Oh, that's funny. So anyway, that's my ordeal with the rich people cabinets that
That's awesome,
poor people,
though, man.
poor people can use.
You know, I don't even think it's poor people, dude. It's just smart people, bro.
Oh yeah, because I mean these, like I could have put these in my new house. I feel like they were in good shape. Although I'll probably
Like
never
Brazilian, some kind of exotic hardwood or something.
It wasn't like that. They were like Home Depot specials or something.
Shoot.
But still, they were in good shape. And the hardware came with them, which is expensive.
Bro.
The other thing is,
So everything lines up. You ever try to drill those holes for those special hinges?
oh, because they give you a jig, or you're supposed to
That's
make a
a
jig.
major pain in the butt, dude. You got to have the right
John
drill
installed
bit
mine.
that has it drills a flat hole, if that makes sense.
Oh, so it doesn't have threads?
You know, it drills a hole, but the bottom is flat. So when you put the little hinge thing, the pocket in the anyway, it's a pain in the butt. That's all you need to know.
John does all
Freaking
that stuff.
nightmare.
I don't know.
Yeah, thank God for John, because I'm
Yeah.
not that handy. I mean, I can figure it out, but it takes me 10 times longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
You should have seen me while like the guys are loading the stuff up. I'm sitting there going, so the little one first? I don't know. And John's like, no, we should put this one in and this in here, and then put the stove over the tires so it doesn't, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, testosterone man.
yeah, figure it out. Yeah, you gotta weigh that stuff out. When we were loading the trucks, we would do the same thing. We would go left, right, left,
like,
right, and then fill
make
in
it
the center.
all
Yeah, you don't want that thing flipping over on you.
right. Yeah.
Although we were driving somewhere the other day, my wife and I on the highway, and there was a guy pulling a trailer, like a lawn trailer.
Yeah.
He had lawn equipment in it, but a couch, and the couch is maybe a third of the way hanging off over the left rear tire. And I'm like, I'm not an engineer, but that doesn't look safe. It wasn't strapped down or anything. I'm like, that's going to catch some wind and come flying the hell out of there and kill somebody.
gosh.
So we got
that's
around him. Horrifying. Because all it takes is half a second. It takes half a second to kill people.
Or you squeal around something, deer, whatever. But that's the thing, like, John, his brain works this way. He's super smart at figuring this stuff out. But what if you are part of a couple that neither one of you has that, and you go to, like, do what we did? Like, cabinets flying all over the place, killing people on the highway. Like,
I've been driving and we're going places with friends, and I'm like, hey, look out. There's a couch in the left lane.
yeah.
Thank you. You move over the middle 3 lanes, and there's a damn
stuff
couch.
everywhere on the highway.
A Christmas tree? That happens all the time. Christmas trees
Yes.
falling off of people's cars.
Kids.
Mattresses,
fall out of
ladders.
cars. But it happened. Did I ever tell you about that? My little sister fell out of a moving car.
A random 8-year-old? No.
Like, what?
That's hilarious.
That actually happened to John. There was ice on the road, and I think his brother was driving, and they like rolled down an embankment, but John fell out. So his parents were following him to go to church or something, and they were driving by, and they were like, "Is that John laying on, like, sitting on the side of the road?" Yeah, everybody was fine, but holy crap! No,
I would soil myself, dude, if my car did a flip. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've never been in a bad accident.
Don't want to.
Praise God, yes. But when my little sister was, I don't know, she wasn't even in kindergarten yet. My mom had to go somewhere in a rush, and so they pile in the back seat. And I guess the back door wasn't closed all the way. So she was at a stop sign, and she was going around the corner to get onto the road, and my sister just tumbled out of the car. And Ashley goes, all I remember was sitting on the ground and seeing the brake lights go on.
Oh my God. I don't think I've ever fallen out of the car from the inside.
How would you do it from the outside?
You sitting on the hood, and then your buddy takes off.
Oh. How do
Like
kids
an
live
asshole.
past like teen years? I don't
I was
even
maybe
know.
19 or 20. I was home visiting from the Navy. Of course, I have a bunch of idiot buddies, guys I love like brothers, all right?
Yeah.
Hey, Carl's just sitting on the hood of and he had a Jag. He had a 12-cylinder Jag.
Yeah.
And this thing was maybe this high off the ground, and you had to be a contortionist to get out of the damn thing, all right?
Oh,
But
Lord.
it was fast as the bejesus, okay? I don't know what happened, dude. He starts taking off, and I'm freaking out. I'm screaming. I'm like, slow down, right? So I turn over like in the movies, and I'm holding onto the hood, right? And we must have hit 40 miles an hour, right? So he brakes real hard, and then I kind of like my arms extend, like just like this, extend, and he does a quick whoop whoop, and my body kind of whipped. Phew, then I go flying off the thing. But by this time, we're doing maybe 10. But I still hit hard because
Yeah.
we were in the deceleration part of the thing. Man, luckily nothing broke. I just rolled around the parking lot for a little bit.
Like,
But you were 20, 19 years old, so you bounce right up. But you do that to me now?
you're
You
not
better
getting
go
up,
get
buddy.
it. get a dude with a neck thing. You know what I mean? Get
You got
8
like
guys
one of those one-leg
put
scooter
that board.
things. Oh my gosh.
You know that board they put you under in case your spine's cracked in half?
Yeah.
Get 8 guys to help me pull me into the ambulance.
Oh
Jesus,
my
that would be
gosh.
horrible.
So speaking of
Stupid
injuries, that sort of thing, I'll send you a picture. Parker, my baby boy, is in a cone of shame.
Oh.
So several weeks ago, I took him to the groomer. And the only thing so he's had a little growth on his knee for years. It didn't have feeling in it because I kind of pinched it just to see if he would react. And he was just like, nothing. So I don't think this had any feeling whatsoever. But for some reason, the groomer, she knew it was there. Like I pointed it out a long time ago. But I guess like this time around, she might have forgotten or whatever. So when I got him home, I could tell like there was like little pieces, skin, like just barely anything, like a little layer missing off of that little nub. And he would not leave this sucker alone. Like he chews on it. So the end of it, you know how they chew on a rawhide? And the end gets like
all
that
tattered.
gooey white and stuff. That's what this thing started looking like. And I was like, okay. I called the vet and I was like, I got to get this removed. So he goes to the vet, he gets it removed, and now he's in a cone of shame. And I'll send you, there's video too. Like, he's such a sweet boy. He's just wagging his tail like crazy, but he has this cone on, so he won't lift his head. He's just like,
yeah,
looking around. Oh, but
that's
do you
interesting.
remember?
We took Butter. We took Mr. Butter to the vet yesterday too.
Yeah.
We think he's got anxiety. There's some kind
It's
of
a big transition.
My daughter-in-law diagnosed him. She's an animal lover, and
Okay.
And it's called nervous urination or something like that.
Oh.
So if he's real, and it's a super submissive thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know whoever had him before. I think he was homeless, and maybe people were kicking at him or something. I don't know. But the dude, like, if you come at him too fast to pet him, he'll squat and spray out a little bit. You know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, come on, man. It's dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh,
so you're chasing around him with a bottle of thing and paper towels cleaning up. And I'm like, I can't. We gotta do something. You know.
New house, new rules, no more pee-pee.
We took him outside, and I'm out there like a jackass for about 20, 30 minutes, right? On a leash, and he's sniffing around, and he's doing nothing. He comes inside, and he goes in our dining room, and I lost it, you know. And I'm like, "What do you?" And I yelled at him. I probably shouldn't have. I felt bad about it.
Yeah.
So I grabbed him, and I took him outside again, and then we went around the front of the house, and I put him in the kennel, and then I felt bad, and so I go, "We gotta take him to a vet because something's wrong with him." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they go, "We're gonna refer him to dog therapy." Because we normally refer aggressive and dangerous dogs. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, he's so sweet. Like last night, I fell asleep in the living room. We were watching TV. We got this badass 70-inch television, Sandy. This shit looks like a movie theater, right? And the table that it's on, there's maybe this much material on the sides where the feet go. But it looks like it takes the whole wall. It looks like a movie theater. Seriously, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
And I fall asleep on the couch. The baby's sleeping. My wife is laying here. My son's on the other chair. I wake up. There's nobody in the living room. Everybody bounced and left me on the couch, right?
Just let him sleep. Just let him sleep.
So I get up, and Coco's laying on one side of the couch, and Butter is in the recliner across the way.
They didn't leave you.
So I crawl over, and I start petting Coco, and I'm like, "Hey, pretty girl," right? And here comes Butter. And he forces
Abby's
his
the
head
same way.
under my hand. So I got to pet on both of them. And then I go, okay, that's enough. Go lay down. And he lays down on the thing. So he's a super sweet dog.
Yeah.
Super sweet. He just he looks like a little teddy bear, but he's a wild sprayer, son. So I got to get that figured out. So they put him on some like Zoloft or something.
Oh, wow.
Have you ever heard of that?
Zoloft. Wow. No.
And then they go, yeah, it's gonna take a couple weeks to get. I'm like, it's like legit anti-anxiety medication.
Did you make a counseling appointment for him?
I didn't, but I think they did. So we got a University of Georgia to their veterinary school.
Gosh.
So tell me, how long has this been happening, Butter? Since I was a puppy,
what do you
man.
see in this picture?
Yeah. So I don't know what that entails, how you do therapy for a dog.
It's probably just conditioning, like certain things or something.
I might need just, somebody to teach him, look, man, inside, no good. Outside, you get cookies.
You can go anywhere outside, anywhere.
Just
not inside.
We're getting a fence and we still don't have a fence, so maybe he's not used to going on a leash. I don't know what the deal is, man.
That could be. And then the change with a new environment and stuff like that. He's probably a little stressed. So maybe you'll need the Zoloft for a little bit, and then you just wean him off, and maybe he'll be fine. Abby's the same way. She doesn't pee though, but she's very timid. Like she kind of saunters over to you. But she loves the attention. And if you walk up to her too fast, she'll cower, and then sometimes she'll flip over and lay on her back, and I'm like, whoa.
And that's what he does. And I go, buddy, why are you so? Because it looks like you beat him. You take him places, and you go to pet him. People are like, I go, he's a rescue. We don't know, right? We don't know what kind of life he led before he came to us. But
Abby was abused, because you would just go to pet her, and she would like do that. And then it took her, we've had her for, probably probably about seven years. And she still does it. She's gotten a lot better. Like when we first got her, if you would feed her, she would look at you like this, and then if you had to stand like a statue, and then she'd look at you and then go to eat and then look at you. But if you moved, she would back away from her food. And I'm like, so she still does it if there's a sound or something, like a loud sound, but now she can eat with some peace. It's crazy.
He eats so fast, like he's still on the streets. You know what I mean?
We have the slow bowls that slow him down.
And when my wife eats, and if she's on the couch or she's snacking or anything, he's in her face, like, "Hey, what's up, Mom? You gonna give me some of that?"
I smell it.
And he starts reaching over, and I go, "Butter." He's like, "What? I wasn't gonna."
He's like, "This is the streets. We steal food here. What?" Anyway,
poor guy. Anyway, so we hopefully I just need him to he's at 110. I need him at about 85.
Yeah.
Just take the edge off. But he's like he moves. It's almost like a spider. You know what I mean? It's almost effortless. He's so twitchy. It's ridiculous. And
what is
spider? We had him tested because we're lunatics.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Speaking of spiders.
You're so gullible.
I hate
For
them
those
suckers.
of you at home who don't watch it, she's looking over her shoulders, eyes wide open, what's he seeing that I don't? It's hilarious.
Spiders.
No, he's we had him DNA tested. I think he's miniature pincher.
Oh, yeah.
With a little bit of golden.
So is he small? How big is he?
30 pounds. Well, 26.
Oh, okay.
He's lost a few pounds.
Yeah.
Maybe because of the stress, but they were like, he doesn't have any weight to lose, so maybe give him a couple extra treats. And but he's not hungry. He eats twice a day. Plus, we can give him snacks and stuff. It's just metabolism is so fast. But he's cute as all. He's like the perfect size.
Yeah.
26, 30 pounds.
All mine are under 30, 25 to 30 pounds. All
Super
four
cute
of them.
in the face, yeah.
Yeah.
Snick is about 15. She's a fat little chunky thing. But we figured out that we had her DNA tested. She's Chihuahua with some Basset Hound.
That's weird.
So she has the
try
Bassety.
How does that work?
She's mostly Chihuahua,
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
so
but she's got the colorings of a Basset Hound.
Huh.
So
weird.
And she's got the chunky butt. When she walks around, she has a A little waddle, you know what I'm saying? And I saw a real basset hound at a comedy show I did about a month ago, and I was like, yo, that's how Snickers walks, you know what I mean? But just a lot bigger, you know?
And then you're just like, how did...
And Coco's about 55, 60, and she's foxhound.
Yeah.
So when we take her outside, she'll sniff around, and then she'll just go, and try to get away from you. Because she's dying to go. We're like a top of a hill, and it goes, we have a yard, and it drops off.
Right.
She's dying to go down there. So my son took her down there on a leash, and but he's afraid if she gets off that leash, it's over. We're never going to see her. She's going to be gone in those 50, 80 acres, whatever it is down there.
Beagles are the same way. They get their nose going, and then you won't see them until they're done.
So, yeah, she'd have to be starving for her to come home. You're going I'm going to have to go to my old neighborhood and find an Aldi's because those look amazing.
Good.
Yeah, we're going to the supermarket today to stock up on meat and stuff like that because we just got the fridge on Thursday.
Oh, yeah. You were living out of, like, coolers, if that.
Yeah, takeout and delivery and bottled water at room temp.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I can drink it like that, though. But sometimes you want like a soda or, something cold and nothing.
Yeah, horrible. I have to have my water ice cold.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I can drink at room temp, no problem.
If I'm super thirsty, just ran a marathon, sure. Room temperature, I'll accept it. But nope. Otherwise, give me ice. Get me out of the fridge. Because I have an old giant juice container. It's like a gallon. And I refill it with water. Keep it in the fridge. So I got cold water. Yeah.
You know what I wanted to do as a joke, but I didn't want to spend $200 last Sunday.
On a joke?
I went to Home Depot like at 7, right when they opened, right?
Yeah.
Try to see what kind of fridge I can get. And deliveries, she's like, oh, yeah, we can get it to you by January 9th. And I'm like, lady, I got a baby at the house.
January?
I go, what about this one? It's $1,800 and it says free delivery. She's like, oh yeah, that was a little back order. We can get to you by December 20th. I'm like, what are you, insane? Why is this even
I
on
need
the
a fridge
floor?
Now.
What if I come get it December 11th? And I'm like, listen, I'm about to just drop kick everybody in the store.
It's like November. That's a month.
And I go, that's not going to work. I go, you know what? Let me go home and research it. And I'm looking. I got a Best Buy thing, a membership thing, and I had a coupon for like 10% off. Boom. Had it installed. The little dude hooked up the wire thing, and I dumped the first batch of ice, and I got to do it again a couple more times and run some water through it, and we're ready to rock and roll, But come on, son.
Where was
month
that?
And a half? That was at Home Depot.
Home Depot, get your ish together. Seriously.
I'm looking at why are they on the floor if you don't have this, is all I'm saying.
I don't know.
She goes, and then she goes, well, some people buy a small one. Small one for $800 until your big one comes in. I'm like, I'm not buying 2 refrigerators.
I ain't rich.
And then they just put it in the garage for beer and stuff. And I'm like, how much beer do you drink, lady? Pissed me off, dude. So I went and looked at them, just for giggles' sake, just to have something at the house. And they have those. It looks like a red, like one of those old school fridge with the freezer on top and the bottom part. Yeah. But they're 3 feet tall, and they were like $169, right? And I go, dude, how funny would it be if I got a fridge and I got it in and it's installed,
and you put it in the fridge space.
I put it in the fridge space, and they came. So I'm at Home Depot laughing to myself like a lunatic, looking at this baby fridge, thinking how awesome would that be if they would be like, dude, you're not serious, right?
And keep a super straight face. You're like, dude, we needed one. I went and bought one, but bam.
What do you want? And it was under $200, and we won.
We saved like $1,600.
Just to see her lose her mind would have been worth it, but I didn't want to spend $200 and then go through all the trouble, what I mean, of returning the damn thing. But then I was thinking we can use it, just fill it with water and keep it upstairs.
Yeah, you totally could.
You know, she's like, no. If you can't walk down the stairs and you don't get any water, you better drink just tap water.
I bought one of those when I was in hygiene school. I was staying at my sister's house, and there were how many people? There were 6 people in the house because it was like a 3-level townhouse type situation. And just to keep my food separate, because in college you're like,
Yeah.
I got my grant money or loan money or whatever at the beginning of the semester, and I had to make that last 3 months. So yeah, ain't nobody stealing my Cocoa Puffs or whatever.
Right.
So I had
right.
my stuff in a separate fridge.
That's a good question. Anybody listening, both of y'all, do you or have you ever had a small fridge in your bedroom? And if you do, what do you keep in it?
Ooh.
Go to YouTube and comment on episode 109.
Yes.
And I'm just out of curiosity, just to see.
Yeah.
And while you're there, just drop a like.
And subscribe. Might as well.
And subscribe.
You're already there.
Yeah.
So
comment,
Yeah.
And all criticism is taken with a grain of salt. So if you want to,
in other words, we don't care.
yeah, just say something. If you want to make fun of us, that's fine too.
I'm
Matter
down
of fact,
with
we
that.
encourage it. Yeah, bring it if you can.
Yeah, bring it, son.
All you haters,
Bring your haterade. I'm
right,
about
well,
to get on a Zoom with my big tuna, and he's been a little brat lately. My little sister Ashley was basically, yep, bad baby. But he just needs a routine. I think she was saying, like, he wasn't napping, he was fussing a lot, she wasn't getting sleep, and I could tell she was frustrated. So we didn't do our call on Wednesday because he was just not having it. So today, I think he's in better spirits. She's tried some new techniques and stuff, and I think he's taken a nap and stuff. So I'm excited to talk to my little big tuna.
Good. I'm blessed, man. I get to see this dude all the time.
I'm jelly.
And
I'm so
and
jelly.
I was talking to my mom yesterday, and I sent her some pictures. We put him in a walker.
Yeah.
And he just sits there and he just sucks his 2 fingers, right? He's just going to work. And he's just his shirt. And I'm like, can we get a bib on this kid, please? And so he gets a little antsy. So I grab him out and I'm feeding him. And I sent a picture of him or pictures of him to my mom.
Yeah.
She wants updates all the time. She's like you.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So we're in the dark and he'll babble and then he'll scream. He'll do like this weird banshee like shrill shriek. Yeah. And she goes, it's the funniest thing. So she's loving it from a distance, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm feeding him while I'm talking to her, and he falls asleep on my chest. And she's like, oh, she goes, I want to eat him up. He's so chunky. And I'm like, okay, calm down. Come see him. She's like, COVID. I said, nobody's got COVID in our house, Mom.
Yeah.
And we got a room.
Baby ain't got no COVID.
She goes, but do you have room? I said, Mom, I got a bedroom.
It sounds like she's ready. Get her down there, Carlos.
And it has its own bathroom, so you don't have to come in the hallway. Nobody needs to see you walking around with just, something crazy, And she's like, okay, good. So I think that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. If I
cook some Puerto Rican food.
Heck yes, man. If I could be down in Texas with him, like all the time, I definitely would.
Yeah.
Because I just like, I don't want to tell anybody this because it's like a secret, I think, but Ashley sends me extra pictures. So we have a group text where she sends pictures to like my sister, my mom, my sisters, my mom, and stuff like that.
Right.
But then she goes, Tata Doo gets extra pictures.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
But man, I wish I could
do the same.
Just be there because I feel like I'm missing out on all these things that he's doing. But then she says, well, he's kept me up all night. And I'm like, I'm okay here for now.
Yeah. It's funny because they'll be putting stuff up and I'm like, I got to lay down. So they'll throw him to sleep, I'll feed him and then we both fall asleep.
Yeah.
I'll wake up and he's gone. And I'm like, where did he fall off the bed? And they're like, no, we got him. Relax, dude. Relax. You can't be stealing babies around me, man.
Don't steal babies.
All right, well, let's go have your video chat. Guys, episode 109.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. If there's any
season
topics,
3. It's crazy.
any topics you guys want us to touch on or talk about or make fun of,
I said I let people know that we could do advice. It may not be good advice, but you might get a chuckle out of it, and you can send those requests to offyourflosser@gmail.com. And really, I mean, it's pretty anonymous unless your email is your full name. So, but we can chat
or just
about
say,
it.
hey, do not use my name. And,
Right. Yes, we won't use your name.
And we won't. Probably. No, we won't use it. But
we'll use it as blackmail later. So. But seriously, find us. If you are not watching the video, again, we say this probably every episode, you are missing half of the show. So please go to YouTube, Off Your Flosser Podcast, click subscribe, and share the videos with friends. Because wouldn't it be cool if you were just sitting around drinking your coffee and you'd be like, man, remember the last episode of OYF? Wasn't that hilarious? Or, man, remember that last episode of OYF? Aren't they idiots? Like, we don't care either way.
Yeah.
So.
Are his eyebrows filling in over? Remember when I shaved my eyebrows off?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that marker or did you actually grow some back?
No, dude. This is straight freaking European.
Rogaine? You were rubbing Rogaine on your eyebrow?
I didn't do the top of my head, but the eyebrows.
No, like you skip your whole head, but then you just do your eyebrow.
No, I don't know what it is. And then, look, I got a lot of gray in this.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get out of here.
All right,
Episode
man.
109.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We really appreciate it.
Totally.
You guys, well, I mean, you guys don't really keep us going because we're going to do this regardless, but it's nice to know that it's not just us watching this every week.
That's true. Totally true.
Yeah.
And again, have a great weekend, guys, and
Yeah.
go floss yourselves. Be good.
All right. Take it easy. Go floss yourselves.